what is the secret of cattle mutilations? Linda Moulton Howe, one of my favorite UFO researchers, has a whistleblower, a military intelligence whistleblower who uses his own name, who has come forward with some really interesting information. He claims to know the reason why aliens mutilate cows. This is fascinating stuff, but before I get too far into it, please hit like, please subscribe, and if you do subscribe, don't forget to hit the bell next to it to be notified of future videos. Please help share this on social media, and as I'm going through it, please comment below and let me know what you think. Okay, let's get into it.
So now you start wondering, are the people that are saying stuff about Archuleta Mesa telling the truth? Because what I heard is that's the truth, that we work with them under some kind of a treaty. Supposedly one of our presidents made a treaty.
It's supposed to be Eisenhower.
Was it? Okay, they never said it. They said one of our presidents, and that they agreed to give people to them to do their experiments in exchange for technology. And for us not to go back to the moon or something, because there's helium something on the moon. I remember that too.
And probably animal mutilations were a part of that treaty as well. They were allowed.
Yeah, I know that they're supposedly mixing with our seeds, and they have to have a place to house that embryo. So I know that that's what they're doing. They're housing the embryo, at a certain point they remove it from the cattle. That's one thing that everybody talked about, stuff like that. People that know what's going on, and older people that have been in the military 20, 30 years, will actually talk about that, and they'll laugh. And they'll say, everybody thinks it's us and our black helicopters, and it's not us. They're just growing babies. Like, wow, that's sickening. Major Hollowell, I think his name was, he's the one that confirmed that that's what they do. And he used to say, yeah, they always think that it's something to do with our government. They think the black helicopter's got something, it's not. They're growing babies, and that's the safest way to grow babies, sight unseen, so that they can have their hybrid babies come out of these cattle.
And did anybody say to you, there is X% of alien Homo sapiens sapien hybrids on planet Earth?
They never said a percentage, but they said that they're walking among us all the time, and we walk right past them. And that's how close they look to us, that they will fool anyone.
And what do you understand is the biggest picture in relationship to why extraterrestrials based on Earth before Homo sapiens sapien ever stood up, i.e. Homo erectus in Africa 2 million years ago, is the first standing up primate that we recognize. If the extraterrestrials have been based on our planet and the moon and Mars and other planets in our solar system and beyond for, let's say, 270 million years, way before Homo sapiens sapien ever came into existence, why would our human governments make treaties that would give technology in exchange for extraterrestrials to take humans from the surface?
I was told this is our 4th time. We're no threat to them at all. The only thing that we're threatening is ruining the planet. But we're not a threat. And they don't want to eliminate us, but this is the 4th time. Supposedly they had this experimentalist society of a crossbreed, and we're number 4. Supposedly technology before us was way further advanced than what we are now, but it's eliminated. We can't even find it because it's eliminated.
Why? Why is it eliminated?
They eliminated it. Supposedly they eliminated society before this one.
But why?
Because we're a warring people, and we cannot be controlled unless we fight each other, and everything that we do is destructive.
That sounds dire. What I like about this guy is that he uses his own name, and as he's giving his story, he actually names the names of others involved. That's pretty rare in these military whistleblower situations. Linda Moulton Howe has a number of them, and almost all of them are anonymous, at least us. She knows who they are, and they've provided their credentials to her, and she'll even publish those with their names redacted. So, they apparently are who they say they are, but we don't know who that is. But this particular individual actually does use his name. So that is makes him more credible on the one hand. On the other hand, it actually might make him less credible because the other guys, they had something to fear. And they were bringing this information forward out of fear and trying to hide their information because they feared reprisals. This guy does not seem to fear reprisals. Why? Is it because he's spreading disinformation and he's in, with the full support of the military? Something to keep in mind. I mean, this guy seems pretty credible, but a paid disinformation agent would. Putting all that aside for a moment, let's examine his claims. The cattle mutilation mystery has been around for decades, almost since the beginning, the advent of the UFO phenomenon in general. And Linda Moulton Howe has been probably the lead investigator on that particular issue. She has probably researched cattle mutilations more than anyone else in the field. I respect her and her journalism greatly. The fact is that there aren't a lot of theories about why these cattle mutilations occur, at least not very many credible theories. They do seem to have begun around the time that alien abductions started to occur, or at least be known generally. So the two are often linked. Are they actually linked? Is there a direct connection, as this gentleman, Abbott, as he would have us believe? The other main theory that I heard that seemed credible was in a documentary where a whistleblower who was actually the husband of an abductee, and he and his wife were helping the aliens and the alien human hybrids, and he was a government official, and they were helping the hybrids and the aliens do their thing. Is that Stockholm syndrome? I don't know. Is it all BS? I don't know. But he said via this journalist, this ufologist, that the aliens had told him that they were mutilating the cows, or killing the cows and harvesting their material for the bacteria, because they needed that for the hybrids. So the other leading theory that I've heard also connects the hybridization program with cattle mutilations. Are the two actually connected? That's the million-dollar question. I tend to think that it is likely, but that's based purely on whistleblower testimony, like the one I just told you about and like the video that we just saw. How credible is that testimony? Because I am 100% sure there is government disinformation spread throughout the UFO community and has been for a long time. How can you tell what's real and what's not? A lot of it, you just have to use your own internal sniff test. So does this guy pass the sniff test? I'll leave that up to you to decide. I personally have been, very disturbed by the cattle mutilation phenomenon. Why? Because I want to think as positively as I can about the phenomenon in general. I prefer to subscribe to the Grant Cameron school of thought, the school of wow, raising our vibrations, our consciousness, ushering us into a new age of humanity. But I cannot overlook the scarier, darker aspects of all of this. I will proceed with my eyes open, not closed. And the cattle mutilations are a clear example that not all is as rosy as we would like it to be. Now, humans kill cows, many cows every day. So it's hard to get too much on my high horse about that. And I totally get that. On the other hand, aliens have told abductees to eat less meat. That's a thing. That's a thing. So is that hypocritical of them to then kill and mutilate cows or use them to grow alien human hybrids? Or maybe it's different alien races saying different things. Also remember, well, according to me, according to my research, they're not all necessarily aliens. Some may be extra dimensional beings from other dimensions, higher planes of existence. All of these different entities could have competing goals and could be going about achieving those goals in very different ways. But from my research, the alien human hybrid program is very real and has been going on for a long time, possibly a very, very long time indeed, longer than the first recorded incident of cattle mutilations. But that's just the first recorded incident. Who knows how long these things have actually been happening for. Anyway, that's my take on it. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Is this guy credible? Is he telling the truth? Meanwhile, please give this video a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and if you do, the bell next to it to be notified of future videos. That would be awesome. Until next time, Cosmic Road out.